Hey everyone, how's it going? Elliot here again. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Go Retro Portable by Retrobit. This actually has 39 licensed games in it, which is something that's going to be quite intriguing to a lot of us because typically these emulators we usually see on things like AliExpress, and they come down and they're just piled on with all of these different ROMs. And 99.9% of the time, you're going to find those ROMs are all illegally put on there, and the content owners don't get any sort of commission from the games that sell on these products. So the whole thing's a bit of a kind of illegal under the counter thing, but in China there isn't a lot of regulations for that. So what's really cool about this one is it actually has a bunch of licensed games. So just to name a few, obviously we've got Mega Man, Tetris, and Ghosts and Goblins. So a lot of those titles are really popular and quite fun actually. I'm really excited to see what the Tetris one is like and whether or not this thing's a kind of Famiclone or if it's a little bit different. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and take it apart and see what it's like inside. So as you can see, I paid $34.99 for this. I got this in London recently. I did a little trip. There is actually a vlog up on my YouTube channel of that. I did a couple of different retro stores over there, which were quite fun. So check that out if you want to see that. So I got this from Game. On the back of the box, it says that it's packed with over 260 classic retro games. I misread that then because it says on the back there 39 popular games from Capcom, but actually from Capcom, Data East and others, but actually there's 260 classic games on here, which is a lot of games. So up to 10 hours of non-stop gameplay. That is a bold claim, and I'm definitely not going to be able to test that claim because 10 hours of non-stop gameplay seems like a bit of a daunting process. Powered by either 4 AAA batteries or most micro USB cables. It's got a 2.8-inch high-resolution screen, volume control, and 3.5mm headphone jack. So here is the manual. Definitely a cool little thing. I don't think there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff inside here. It's basically just repeated things on the box. There's nothing else in there other than nothing. Literally absolutely nothing other than the console. So first thing I'm noticing is that it feels quite nice. It definitely doesn't feel super high quality, but it definitely feels quite nice. The buttons feel great, absolutely great. Really comfy, very high quality. They've kind of gone for the NES and SNES thing where they have 2 buttons up here which are kind of concaved, and then 2 here which are convexed. I don't know what the kind of word is for a rounder button, but that's definitely very nice. D-pad is kind of the same size as a Game Boy Pocket and a Game Boy Color. Start and select buttons are all rubber, and so is the reset button, so kind of reminiscent of Game Boys there as well. Let's go ahead and peel off that. Never mind. Let's go ahead and peel off the screen protector and see what the 2.8-inch screen looks like. There we go. Oh, there's another one under there as well. There we go. Okay. So the screen looks pretty big in comparison to the console. Obviously there's a big red bezel there, but it doesn't look too bad. So there's an on and off switch just located on the side. On the top there looks like there's a power LED. On the side we have a volume wheel, and on the bottom we've got a headphone jack, a micro USB port, and an AV out. It didn't come with any cables to cater for that, but definitely kind of interesting. You've also got a speaker here on the front. Now the kind of gimmicky thing that they've done here is they put another one on the other side, like a speaker grill, but it is only mono. I'm pretty certain it's going to have a stereo headphone out, but a little bit cheeky that they did that. Flip it round and you've kind of got this generic DMG texture, which I think it looks quite nice. And inside the battery cover, you can see there that there is a slot for 4 AAAs. Okay, so it's time to actually look at the console itself then. So once you open up the battery cover on the back, there is definitely no room for a rechargeable battery. So I'm assuming when it says that it works with most micro USB cables, that means that it's just kind of being used as like a mains adapter, which to me seems quite pointless. But hey ho, the functionality is there anyway. So we'll pop the 4 AAAs in the back, which apparently give it 10 hours of battery life. Power switch is on the side just over here. And let's see what it's like. Immediately it's quite loud. So we've got featured games and extra games, and it does look quite nice. The screen in person is actually a lot brighter than it looks on camera, so that's a nice bonus, because obviously you're going to be playing this for apparently 10 hours. You want the screen to be quite good. So let's have a look quickly at the featured games, although they did say them on the box. So we've got 8 on each page. I haven't heard of any of these actually, other than I think these two like flight games. So we've got a couple over here. We've got Ghosts and Goblins. I'm familiar with that one. Mega Man, obviously that series. Final Fight, I think I've heard of that one as well. And none of these ones. Oh, okay, and we've got Street Fighter and Tetris. So let's actually go ahead and have a look at, oh, and Thunderbolt 2, I know. Let's go ahead and have a look at Tetris, because obviously that's a very, very big brand name to be chucked onto a emulating handheld with a license. So let's test this one and see what it's like. Okay, so I'm not actually sure what version that is. I think it looks kind of like the NES one. One thing I can definitely tell you is that it is incredibly smooth, like silky, silky smooth. The, yeah, really, really nice kind of animations there. Oh, why are they falling down at a rapid rate? Okay, I'm only pressing the side button and they're doing that. It looks like the up button makes them come down, but I wasn't intending on pressing the up button. So, maybe a little bit of a sensitive D-pad there. Yeah, I definitely didn't move that one again. Okay, so, I mean, the actual game is running quite smoothly, but it's flawed by its somewhat too sensitive buttons, which is a little bit of a shame, because I could see myself actually really enjoying that one. But it looked like it worked very, very well, and there's obviously a volume issue there, because that is very, very loud. Let's have a look at Ghosts and Goblins quickly. Okay, so here is Ghosts and Goblins then. Let's have a look at what this is like. So, from memory, I'm not very good at this game. I think everything kind of just comes out a bit too quick for my slow hand-eye coordination skills. Also, looking through a viewfinder and playing the game is quite difficult. I'm not sure if any of you have ever tried it. Ah, brilliant, I'm already dead. This one is actually working very, very well. Yeah. I'm enjoying this. Looks like it's actually showing us the map there, so what we've got to get through in order to complete this level. This is actually working very, very well. There's a different feeling when playing something that actually is licensed to play the games than when you're playing something that's blatantly just ripped off the games and the creators aren't getting any commissions per sale and the whole thing's a little bit dodgy. This actually feels very, very good. I'm not having any issues with this game and the buttons, but that's because it doesn't really need fast responding button combinations and whatnot, unlike Tetris where you need to be quite quick on the D-pad in order to make micro adjustments. I did just die again there though. But yeah, that works quite okay, so I'm pretty happy with that one. Let's have a look at one more featured game, and that's got to be Mega Man. Let's have a quick look at that. Definitely looks very, very nice. You know, the screen is incredibly high quality and a very nice kind of color palette, and all the colors seem to be quite accurate. Oopsie me. Oh, there's a little bit of slowdown there. I'm also not sure how to kill these guys. I'm not sure how to kill these guys at all. Oh my goodness me, that was incredibly frustrating. I did accidentally press the turbo button there, and that seems to work absolutely fine. So you've got the 2 turbo buttons here. So with this one, obviously you need to hold it down to jump. And yeah, the rapid fire there is working very, very well. It's definitely quicker than what you'd be able to do if you were spamming it, so that's quite nice. Oh, okay, I killed him there. So all you've got to do is just kind of... it is very, very difficult though. Oh my lord. Okay, I'm really not getting along with this game very well. I've never played this this game before. Oh no, this is painful. There is a little bit of lag though, which, can you see that there? That kind of, that little slow down there, that's kind of like a, and that's a bit of weird screen tear just went on there. But again, I haven't actually played the original one, so I'm not going to be able to compare to that one. But I know if I was to be picking this up and playing it, which I'm probably guessing a lot of the people who are going to be buying this are going to be people who kind of want to experience the retro games, but not necessarily going to be able to compare them next to each other with the original hardware. But yeah, a little bit of slowdown, which is a bit of a letdown, if I'm honest with you, because when you've been given a license to emulate certain games, you'd expect that your console would be able to emulate those flawlessly, especially with Capcom giving away a license. You know, Capcom would almost certainly want their games to be released on a nice device that is going to show off their games well. And yeah, that's a little bit of a letdown there. But other than that, it actually seems to be relatively decent. Let's go ahead and have a look at the extra games. It could just be because Mega Man is quite a demanding game in terms of you know, kind of emulation, computing speeds. These all look like quite random but standard games. Let's have a look at Little Mask, for example. I'm not sure what that one's called. Little Black Mask, 2005. So this is quite a obviously a game that's just been kind of chucked on there. I imagine a lot of these are going to be kind of originals or games which are really, really inexpensive for these for Go Retro to be able to license out. But you're not going to see any good titles on here like Sonic rip-offs and Mario rip-offs and stuff like that, because obviously it's only been given a handful of licenses and those games are not Nintendo ones. So yeah, pretty good. Obviously there was a bit of a letdown there on the emulation of that other one, but in general it's not too bad. What else can we have a look at on here? Let's have a look at Thunderbolt 2. From memory, that has quite a lot that goes on the screen. Oh, that is very, very nice. That is smooth. Okay, quite a lot of things going on the screen now, and I'm not actually seeing any latency or any lag or any frame rate drop or anything. Oh, a little bit there, but it's really hard to tell, especially if you're not looking out for it, which if you buy something, you're not going to be immediately trying to find the faults in it. And yeah, that's not bad actually. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So that is going to be it for my review of the Go Retro by Retrobit. All in all, I'm pretty happy with how it is kind of turned out to be. It's definitely got a high quality feel, especially once you chuck those 4 AAAs in the back. There's a couple of things where I obviously could have improved on. Just having that little bit of extra computing power to run the games that you've been given a license to emulate. But other than that, it's pretty good. I really don't like how they've just chucked a grill on here to make it kind of like look even on either side, but actually it's completely useless. It wouldn't seem like a big deal to just chuck another speaker on there and a stereo output on the motherboard. Obviously, I kind of forgot there for a moment, there was the issue of the D-pad being a bit sensitive when I was pressing down. Potentially when you press down, it is rocking either side, and so you'd have to really make sure that you're pressing down flat, but a little bit of a difficult one to judge when you've only played it for a little bit of time, but hopefully maybe once you kind of loosen up the membrane underneath it, it will get a bit better. But that being said, the buttons do not feel bad, which is definitely a good thing, because a lot of the handhelds that we see these days just use really, really cheap membranes that are tacky, and this one actually feels very reminiscent of the Game Boy Pocket. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'll leave the links to buy this if you want to pick it up, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.